It is episode 2 of Lucha Underground Season 4. Tonight, we got The Darkness, as in Pentagon Dark, Cero Miedo, taking on the monster Matanza Cueto. Who will walk out the champion? Find out in this review for Lucha Underground.
Introducing Lucha Underground. Lucha, 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 lucha.
Hello all, it is your boy, Alyx, man. We are here live on YouTube for my review, Lucha Underground Season 4, Episode 2, titled Darkness and the Monster. We're going to break down all the segments, all the matches, and we'll discuss how good, well, as if Lucha Underground does a bad episode, really. But discuss what this episode entailed and what will lead into the next episode coming next week. If you like what I have to say, do yourself a favor, like the video, subscribe, and share. Please check out Lucha Underground, El Rey Network. You can also check it out on Fubu TV, Sling TV, wherever resource you have to catch El Rey Network. It is worth your time. If you are disenfranchised with the WWE, with all the other corporate entities in the wrestling business, this is the show for you. Also, along with subscribing and liking the video, you can like me on Facebook, be a part of future Q&As, and catch all wrestling updates. Follow me on Twitter at DeluxeManVX1. As always, you can donate using Super Chat, PayPal, or Patreon. But most importantly, you can buy yourself a DeluxeMan t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees. Uh-oh, got a Super Chat. Can we give props to homegirl our boy Mundo for tying down Taya? Oh, you betcha. You betcha we can give props, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do that. Let's give props to Mr. Johnny Mundo for doing his thing and getting one of the most beautiful and dangerous women and Lucha Underground, well, in wrestling, period, as one of his let's see, better halves. How about that? Yeah, he's a lucky man. Taya is gorgeous. And between me and you, I like her a lot better than Melina. I think everybody likes her a lot better than Melina. Okay, apparently, see, I heard the audio. I heard the audio of the Super Chat, but people didn't. That was weird. If it happens again, let me know. I might have to go in and change some things. But regardless of that, I think we're good. I think we're in good hands. Let's go ahead and get to the actual review. So tonight's episode was pretty good. I feel like for the most part, the first few episodes are going to be kind of, how do I put this? They're setting up for what's to come in future episodes, or what's to come in future, I don't want to say future seasons, although I hope it goes longer, but what's to come later on down the line. And for that, you don't want to give us everything or the best stuff early. You want to save that for later. You want to save that for future episodes. I'm also seeing that my stream is kind of going in and out. Let me know if it's let me know if it's going in and out for you. It seems to be okay. Hopefully it is okay, because I'm seeing that the internet's kind of being wonky right now, and I apologize for that. I don't even know why it's doing that. But regardless, let me know how you guys felt about Lucha Underground down below in the comments. And with that said, let's go ahead and get to the show itself. So, we kick things off with Katrina teleporting into King Cuarno's trophy room, his house, if you will, to get the gauntlet of the gods. As we know, he took the gauntlet from... Who had it last? Was it... It was Cage. Or was it No Muertes? Okay, whoever he took the gauntlet from last season, he has it now. So Katrina invaded his trophy room to get it back. And she finds out that the case it was initially in, it's not there anymore. So she goes to get the gauntlet, and Cuarno, who pops up behind her, reveals that he gave it to someone for safe keeping, and he will never tell her where it is. Katrina lets him know that she needs that gauntlet to exist, because she lives in the realm between the dead and the living. And until she has the gauntlet, she can never actually be whole. And he tells her, well, it's one of the ways she can be whole. There are other ways to make her whole. That is, Phoenix dies and she gets his life force. She gets the stones of immortality. Or she gets the gauntlet. There are 3 ways she can be whole. And those are the only ways we know so far. But Cuarno lets her know that he doesn't give a damn about whether she lives or dies. Letting her know that no matter what she does, he will not give her the gauntlet. She, as you would think, gets pissed off and leaves. Let's see where that goes. The first match of the night features the Trios the Trios Championship. We got Son of Havoc, Lamak, and Killshot taking on the debut of Infamous Inc. So Infamous Inc. features Famous B's 3 new clients. Those 3 clients are Big Bad Steve, no idea who that is. Again, these are some new people, so if you know who Big Bad Steve is, please let me know. We also got Semi Guevara, who is from Houston, Texas, by the way. Saw him on PWG. Awesome talent. But the most important addition to this stable is the debuting Jack Swagger. That's right, Jack Swagger from WWE has now come to Lucha Underground, and he is known as Jake Stone. The Savage, excuse me. Jake Strong. Not Jake Stone, but Jake Strong. My bad. So the Savage, Jake Strong. And those 3, honestly, made for a legit pairing if we're talking about Infamous Inc. But those 3 took on the Trios Champions and lost. Because Famous B decided to stick his nose in the match and basically cost them. Unfortunately, cost them the championships, which sucks. It does suck to hear that, but here's my thing. As for the debut of Jack Swagger, it did what it needed to do. Jack Swagger looked strong. He looked, pun intended, he looked strong. He got in the ring, he dominated, he came across as a big man. He towered over everybody. It's crazy when you compare the WWE wrestlers to the Lucha Underground or indie wrestlers. They just all come across so damn tall. So to see Jack Swagger in there and comparing his height to everyone else, it's crazy how tall he is. But yeah, Jack Swagger is the new giant, the new semi-giant in the Lucha Underground temple. And after losing, he decides to disintegrate Infamous Inc. by attacking everybody. Super chat once again. Brendan Reiner bringing in the super chats. Strongkanda forever. Alright, so apparently your boy Alyx, man, accidentally turned off the audio reading, so let me go fix that real quick as I review the show. I apologize for that. But thank you guys for taking the time to donate. If it starts going a little slow, the stream, it's because I'm opening up a new window. So hopefully that's not a big deal. It's just going to take 3 seconds. But I want you guys to be able to hear the audio of the super chats. But yeah, Strong came in there breaking ankles. He has the ankle lock as a finisher, which is, again, I don't know how I feel about Jack Swagger using the ankle lock. Well, he's not Jack Swagger. Jake Strong using the ankle lock. I mean, the way they portrayed him was pretty sick. I'll admit that. It's just, I've always felt he could have used a different kind of finisher. A different kind of submission move. And I hope as the season goes on, we see him hopefully develop a new finisher. Because I do think that's something that I do think that's something he should have. That's just my opinion of the subject. Now, we can agree or disagree on whether the ankle lock is worthy of him using, or if it's something that he should use going forward. Okay, so I'm enabling text to speech now, so it should be fine. I don't even know why it was turned off. That's weird. Okay, so let's see if it works now. We should be fine. I don't even know why it was turned off to begin with. That was weird. I don't even know how I turned it off, but it's on now. So let me know if it comes back on. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so let's see how it works. He did look pretty cool, snapping Famous B's ankle in the middle of the ring. The way he just twerked on the ankle, and then he started the whole strong, getting that started. So you know what? I might grow into it. I'm probably overreacting. Might not even be a big deal. Let's see how it works. Let's see how it goes for him. I might actually grow into him using the ankle lock. It's not like Karengo's wrestling now anyways. But what ifs. That was the opening match. We move on to another segment involving Antonio Cueto, the father of Dario Cueto, who once again is in charge of Lucha Underground. He announces the return of the Gifts of the Gods tournament. Starting tonight, we will be having matches for the 7 the ancient Aztec medallions. And of course, as you guys know, towards the end, well, probably not even towards the end of the season, probably somewhere in the middle, we're going to have a match to determine the new Gift of the Gods champion. And the 7 people who hold the medallions will get to fight for that. And the first match for a medallion was Drago taking on El Dragon Azteca Jr., which was a really good match. Very fun, very fast-paced, very luchador-esque. If you love your luchador action, it don't get any better than this. You had Drago do a lot of crazy, insane moves. I love that flipping DDT. I don't even know what you call it. But it's like he does a flip with his opponent in his arms, and he hits a DDT when he lands. It looks pretty sick. But at the end of it, El Dragon Azteca Jr. comes out on top, and he walks away with one of the 7 medallions. So happy to see him win. I hope El Dragon Azteca Jr. wins the championship this year. I really do hope he gets some shine. They gave him so much attention. They had him come in with this whole, being a protege of Rey Mysterio. He's the son of the original Dragon Azteca. And I would think him being the chosen one would eventually lead to him becoming champion one day. So let's see what they do with him this season. But after he won, we see Cobra Moon getting in Drago's face because she's not happy that he lost. Because he hasn't been looking good so far this season. He failed to win Warfare last week, and he failed to win a medallion this week. So as they're, arguing and she's giving him the works, out walks Johnny Mundo, who starts taunting them. Basically saying, hey, if he ever comes to Slam Town, he gonna get these hands. Yes, he actually quoted Braun Strowman. No, he didn't. I don't even know what he said, but he said something along those lines. It was all distraction anyways for Taya. Taya comes out and spears the living hell out of Cobra Moon. They brawl. Johnny Mundo gets a punt in on Drago's nuts. Low blows him. And then we see the newlywed Taya and Johnny Mundo making out, which is so cool. Really cool to see. So I'm happy to see them doing their thing. Again, really good match. It was Dragon versus Dragon. Really liked seeing that. But more importantly, we're starting a new feud. Feud. No, not... Your boy the last man can't speak today. Rivalry. Feud. Whatever. Same thing. The Reptile Tribe taking on Worldwide Underground. That's going to be interesting. And I'm curious to see how the doll, that possessed doll, will be tied into it. It should be, if anything else. But that should be really, really cool. Speaking of really, really cool, it is announced next week that we're going to have Phoenix versus Mil Muertes once again in Grave Consequences. Katrina made this happen by confronting Antonio Cueto in his office. She teleported there and let him know that she wants Phoenix to die. And when he dies, she gets his life force, and she can be mortal once again. We'll get to how that's going to turn out at the end of the show because, well, we're going to have another person added to that match. We'll find out after the main event. The main event, of course, was Pentagon Dark. Pentagon Jr. taking on Matanza Cueto. The first time these two fought was at, if I'm not mistaken, Ultima Lucha 2, where Matanza beat Pentagon. Despite Pentagon getting his new powers, he could not beat the monster. So this was the ultimate test. Is Pentagon worthy of holding that championship? Well, Pentagon Dark went in there, had a crazy brawl, had a hell of a fight with Matanza. And in the end, it took a bunch of crazy moves. I think like, 2 or 3 pile drivers, or, excuse me, well, I forgot what they called it, but it's the flipping pile drivers. You know, we've seen it called the Canadian Destroyer. What is it? The Lucha Destroyer? Let's just go with Lucha Destroyer. I like that. 2 Lucha Destroyers and then a package pile driver to beat Matanza Cueto. So for the first time, period, in his entire run, Matanza Cueto loses clean inside the ring to Pentagon Dark. Antonio Cueto was not happy about this at all. Pentagon Dark goes to break Matanza's arm. Antonio Cueto comes up with the key and basically frees him. And then he starts abusing Matanza. He starts beating him down. You know, starts calling him weak. And Matanza is carried off like a battered dog. He's embarrassed. He's belittled. Something we haven't really seen from Matanza. It's a totally different, completely different master now, so it's expected to happen. But Pentagon Dark reigns supreme. So he beat the monster. So he's like legit now. The question is, who beats Pentagon? Who do they have to beat Pentagon now? Let's see where it goes. But that was the final match. And we go to the post-credit scene. The post-credit scene involves Jeremiah Crane coming to ask Antonio Cueto to be involved in the Grave Consequences match, and he allows it. So next week is a 3-way Grave Consequences. So there's gonna be 2 caskets. There's gonna be 2 caskets, and the first one to put 2 opponents in 2 caskets wins. So let's see who wins that. By the way, in case you don't know, once you are buried in that casket, you are deemed dead. You are deemed dead if you're buried in that casket. Honestly, this will probably be the first crazy, amazing match of the season. I thought Warfare was good last week. I thought the matches this week was also good. But nothing mind-blowing. I think the first mind-blowing match we'll have is that Grave Consequences match. The 3-way Grave Consequences match next week. That's going to be insane. Especially knowing we got Mil Muertes, Jeremiah Crane, and Phoenix. So, early prediction. Again, I don't read spoilers. I'm not going to read spoilers. But early prediction is, I think Jeremiah Crane buries both of them. Because we've seen Katrina very upset. Extremely upset with Mil Muertes. And maybe she finds solace in Jeremiah Crane this time. And she gets with him. Honestly, that would also mean Phoenix dies and she gets what she wants. So maybe the bad guys win next week. We'll have to see, ladies and gentlemen. That's just a prediction. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. Give me your thoughts on Lucha Underground down below in the comments. This was pretty quick. I didn't go that long for this review because, quite frankly, I thought the show was serviceable. I thought it was good. I didn't have any issues with it whatsoever. But how did you feel about it? Live chat, talk to me. How did y'all feel about the show itself? Okay, we got people predicting Phoenix to defeat Mil Muertes and Jeremiah Crane next week. Let's hope that happens. And guys, no spoilers, by the way. Please don't spoil the show. I'm very anal about spoilers for Lucha Underground. That's the quickest way to get yourself banned. let's see here. We got Latrell saying, I think Marty interferes and buries Phoenix for his revenge. That could work. That would make a lot of sense, just tying back into their rivalry last year. Canadian Destroyer, thank you, Mr. Krabs. Thank you for telling me what the name of the move was. Mil Muertes is King of the Dead. Yes, he is. I agree. People are asking me about XXX Tentacion, which not much to say about him because I heard about his work. I know about him as a rapper, and I'm devastated that he got killed. But it is one of those things where, hey, rest in peace. You know, for what you. For me, nobody deserves to die that young. And I heard stories about him being abusive to his girlfriend and just being a jerk around people. I don't really think, and this is just my thing. Yeah, you might be a jerk, but that doesn't mean people should kill you. That doesn't mean you deserve to be shot. Not from what I heard. So, that's just my thoughts about that. And, oh wow. Guys, I just realized something. I've been sleeping on this. I want to thank you all. I want to thank each and every single one of you for making this possible. Your boy Alyx has officially surpassed 10 million views here on YouTube. I've been doing this since 2010. And over a span of 8 years, this is 8 years going now, I've hit 10 million. Big 10 million views. And it's all thanks to you guys. Thank you so much for watching me. Thank you so much for making me a part of your day to make this a possibility. I know a lot of you are expecting me or hoping for me to perhaps hit maybe more subscribers by now. And listen, there's not much I can do about that. I can't make people subscribe to me. If they want to, they're free to. But I don't think it's right to force people to do anything. That's for sure. But I thank the ones who have subscribed, the ones who donate, the ones who watch me on a weekly basis, all my reviews, all of my topic videos, who have checked out my mashups onto X-Men VX 2, version 2. Thank you. It feels good. I never really thought... Really, when I started this in 2010, there was no way in hell I would imagine I would be this successful. But you guys made it possible. You guys made it possible for me to stay here and talk about wrestling. And quite frankly, I will say this. This is something I will say. If it wasn't for YouTube, if it wasn't for you guys making this a thing, I don't think I'd be a wrestling fan right now. I think my fandom would have died out. I do believe, because of you, I am here talking about wrestling. It's because of you. And I thank you. So with that said, we go out on a high note, 10 million views. I want to thank you all once again for checking out your boy, Alyx. If you have any thoughts on Lucha Underground, put it down below in the comments. If you got your opinions about what I said, anything, put it down below in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, and all that jazz. But once again, thank you for helping me hit 10 million views. This is your boy Alyx signing off right here in your boy Alyx's world. Check out my Q&A coming up this week. I have a Q&A coming up probably Friday. If not Friday this weekend, but tune into that. Love ya. I'm out of here. Peace out.